Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on tonight. I'm trying something a little bit new, and I hope that everybody can tune in every week on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. to get the skinny on essential oils from A to Z. We have almost 100 essential oils, and I just think that sometimes we get stuck in a rut. I know I do. And there's only so much you can do with lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And while they're all great oils, there's a huge amount of opportunities for us to use them in different ways. And I think that it's kind of like eating steak and potatoes every day if you just stick with your 3 favorite oils day in and day out. So we're going to expand our horizons and learn a little bit more about some oils that maybe you don't hear very much about. So today we're starting with A, and there's several oils that begin with A. I'm only going to cover 2. I'm going to try to do about 2 at a time and try to keep it under a half hour. So wish me luck on that. And I encourage you to ask questions and let me know if you've had some experiences so that we can all learn from each other. So today we're going to be talking about Arborvitae. Arborvitae comes in a 5 ml bottle, and I'm going to go ahead and just open it up and explain to you what I experience as far as aroma goes. So if you've ever smelled Arborvitae before, you probably will remember that it's quite strong. It's very woodsy, very almost like medicinal. It's very like astringent, so it's quite potent. It's an oil that you can use topically and aromatically. I've been using it a little bit over the last week so that I could really get to know it better. I remember when I was first introduced to it and somebody told me what it was called, and I had never heard that word before, Arborvitae, or Arborvitae, some people say. And I was like, Arborvitae? I called it Arborvitae for like a year. Because it smells like a tree, so arbor made sense, and it's just fun to say Arborvitae. So that was my very first experience with it. I thought, oh my God, that is potent. I'm not interested. But I started using it aromatically in the diffuser, and it pairs really nicely with florals. I like it with lavender essential oil. So a little bit of history about this oil. It grows in the Pacific Northwest, and currently there are trees of Arborvitae, or red cedarwood, I think it's called, that are 800 years old. This is a giant, massive tree that just lives forever and ever. And because of that, it's actually gained the name the Tree of Life. And there are tribes of people that still honor this tree, and it's really the center of their spiritual beliefs. One of the things I learned about it is that it's really great for mental clarity. So I started using it like a little behind my ear and at the base of my head in the morning before work, just to have a little bit more clarity. And I really like what it's done for me in that sense. But it is a potent aroma. So if you're somebody who doesn't like a strong aroma, another way to get the oil on your body is to apply it to the balls of your feet or to your big toe, and then put your socks on, put your boots on, and then you don't have to smell it, and nobody has to be the wiser about it. And when you're applying oils to your big toe, you're applying to an area that it directly correlates with your head. So it's great for mental clarity, and it's a great kind of like secret way to be using it without having the aroma around you all day. Kind of funny, something I learned about Arborvitae while I was using it, I was applying it to the balls of my feet for its antiviral properties. And I noticed that it can take off your nail polish. So just a little tip, if you just got your nails done and you want to use this oil, keep it away from your fingernails. Some essential oils do have properties in them that can eat up varnishes. I know that's true of citrus oils. If you've ever gotten a citrus oil on your dining room table, you know what I'm talking about. It will eat up synthetic. So be aware of that. Arborvitae is also really great for candida. So for candida and viruses, the way you'd want to use it is by applying it topically to the balls of your feet. I love that it stimulates awareness. And one of the things that it lends to, which honestly I don't get into very much, it's something that I'd like to get better at. It's really great for meditation and connecting to your higher self and spirituality. I feel like because it does stimulate awareness, just like for day-to-day activities though, it makes sense that it would do that in meditation as well, just to be able to open up your mind and open up your heart. So a good thing to know too is other products that these oils are in. Arborvitae is in one other essential oil that we have. It's the essential oil blend of the repellent blend, TerraShield. So that's another great thing about Arborvitae. So they say that these majestic trees that are growing in the Pacific Northwest, they are not susceptible to deterioration from insects. And they don't, for whatever reason, the chemical constituents in plant, in this tree and in the oil, the tree is used for, like they make canoes out of it, and the wood never deteriorates. It doesn't rot. Fallen Arborvitae trees will stay undeteriorated for 100 years. They're super, super strong, and they're not affected by mold and fungus. And this oil is actually really great for treating unfinished woods. So it's used in woodworking a lot as well, just to keep the wood from deteriorating and losing its moisture. So it's really, really versatile. I'd say the most important thing for me with this oil is its antiviral properties. If you want to punch up your flu bomb or your cold bomb, I would add this to a roller bottle. It's not an oil that you want to ingest. It's just not meant for taking internally. But you can put it in your roller bottles and you can use it in your diffuser. Also read that because it is a great insect repellent, you can put it in your diffuser and diffuse in your house and kind of scare away the creepy crawlers. So like if you have an old house that has spiders in it, like every once in a while we see a spider in the corner and I have to get Tom to take care of it. It's another way that you can help to kind of clear out your living spaces if you do have crawlers. So that's Arborvitae. Anybody have questions, or have you had any experiences with it? Christina, I know you use a lot of the oils. Have you, or yeah, Christina, you're on here. Have you had any experience with it yet?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I was in the kitchen cooking supper, so I got home late.
That's all right.
Yes, I have actually used it. I used it this summer, like actually early summer, and I mixed it with some of my, the TerraShield, and I actually sprayed it around the door frames
Nice.
because I have like my door strip is starting to wear away, and I was getting little critters coming in through the bottom of the door. So I would spray that, and I kept the ants, and I kept whatever spiders that were around the door, and they weren't coming in. So it was great.
Awesome. You know, and I wish I had known more about Arborvitae last summer, because we have, every summer now, we have an issue with stink bugs. I don't know if either of you are familiar with stink bugs, but they're kind of like, they're like a little beetle. And they're pretty harmless, other than the fact that they're in your house and just unsightly. But they're attracted to the warmth of the house come the spring months, and then they just linger, almost like ladybugs. They're harmless. They just hang out in the house. So I tried so many different combinations of oils and cayenne pepper, essential oils mixed with like dish soap and spray bottles, just like anything you can think of, I tried it. So next summer, I'll be trying the Arborvitae. I think I have a shot with that. It's pretty potent stuff.
I'm glad you mentioned it because we get those bugs at the fall, and then they're like hordes of them, and then it's like if I don't combat them early on, then next year there's more and more of them. And I have used the harsher chemicals because there was so many of them, and I think, you know, I don't like using the harsh chemicals because it's too close by the well. And I think that I got to remember to use that in the fall as well as using them in the spring, the spray.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have to make a post about it. I tried so many things, but crossing my fingers that Arborvitae does it for me this year.
I might try that to spray on my barn door because this spring, I actually had wasps. They're paper wasps. They were inside my there's double wood, and they were inside there. So I had to spray that because they were really bad. But I might try that, and then I'll let you know how that works.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. I mean, there's 90 to 100 drops per 5 ml bottle. So a little goes a long way. You might as well try it out.
Exactly.
All right, cool. Any thoughts or questions on Arborvitae? I actually had another thought. I'll share. There's another thing that I thought was really interesting about this. They're beautiful, majestic trees. So just so you know, doTERRA's not going into the Pacific Northwest and chopping them down to harvest oil out of them. It's really cool how they do it. So there's already a really strong lumber industry out that way. So what they do is they use the leftover sawdust from the lumber industry. They purchase it from these companies that make shingles and different types of wood products, and they steam distill it. And it's super sustainable because they're not going into the forest and cutting down these trees. Like, it's a byproduct of the industry that's already out there. So there's a huge respect for this tree, and I hope it stays that way because the forests are beautiful. If you have a chance, doTERRA has a lot of really beautiful videos about their harvesting process, and you may or may not be familiar with it yet, but it's called co-impact sourcing. And they just have these beautiful stories about where our oils are coming from. If you just go to YouTube and use the search terms Arborvitae and doTERRA, the video will come right up. So you'll get a lot of really cool information, and it's just beautiful the way this company works. So I encourage you to research that on your own if you're interested. All right, cool. So we've got also, keeping with the A theme, AromaTouch essential oil. And this is another one that comes in the 5 ml bottle. So AromaTouch is something that I didn't use very often in the beginning. It's called the massage blend. And I thought, well, I don't give myself massages very often. Why would I use this? But the fact is that it's actually really super soothing. And I've learned that you can use it pretty much in place of, not in place of, but in a similar way to how you might use Deep Blue for your aches and pains. Recently, I've been using it on my feet. I don't know what it is. This time of year, I wear a lot of flats. And for whatever reason, my feet are a little bit uncomfortable in flats. So my feet are achy at the end of the day. And it's not for lack of support. It's just that having your foot just at that right angle it's uncomfortable over time for me. So I've been massaging this into my own feet at night, and it does give me relief. It has peppermint in it. Let me read it off for you. Peppermint, basil. Here we go. Oh, cypress, which is really great for pain and inflammation. Peppermint, marjoram, basil, grapefruit, and lavender. It's just a combination of really soothing oils and then oils that also increase circulation to speed healing. It's really, really great now that I've started to use it more often. And I'll even keep it on hand with me. And massage it into my shoulders when they start to ache, because once I get a little bit tired towards the end of the day, or if I've been on the go for too long, I start to feel it in my shoulders first. So this is really great. And you can, well, this is how I use it. I just kind of like press it into the achy muscles it's massage, but it's also kind of just like releasing the tension that's there. So I'll just kind of like press it into where it's a little bit achy. And I'm really, really loving it. AromaTouch is an oil that you can also diffuse, which I didn't realize that in the beginning. I just figured it was for topical use only, but it is a really beautiful aroma. It serves on an emotional level to open up your mind and open up your heart. It's another one that's really great for meditation if that's something that you're into. And I thought this was interesting. So the physical, the way it addresses things physically is the same way it addresses things emotionally. So if you can think of these next words as physical and emotional, it works for tension, stressed, rigid, if you're unable to relax, or unflexible or inflexible. So if you can just think of those terms in both physical, like how your body feels, and then also emotionally how you're feeling. Like how often are you feeling inflexible? How often are you feeling like you're unable to relax emotionally? But then also physically, like, are you just not able to relax? So this is an oil that is going to work really, really well, both physically and emotionally. And I just love that about oils in general, that when you're using them topically on your skin or for muscles for targeted discomfort, you're also getting those amazing emotional benefits when you're relaxing your emotions and you're also relaxing your muscles. So I love that about this oil, and it's quickly become one of my most favorite and most used oils. So if you have a chance to try this out, I would recommend it. And it's also part of a sequence of applying oils called AromaTouch. Have you guys heard about AromaTouch yet? Okay,
I think early on I did.
Yeah, it's so what it is it's a sequence of applying oils to someone's back. I know a woman who does it out of her house, and it's really, really cool. If anyone local is interested in experiencing it, it's wonderful. It's a series or a sequence of 8 essential oils that are just applied to the meridians of your back. It's not massage, it's not deep tissue massage. It's a different kind of experience. And the oils are applied in a special sequence, in a certain way, to bring the body back to homeostasis and to relax the nervous system so that you're able to function more optimally. It helps with your immune function. It helps with your emotions. It helps with digestion. It helps with so many systems of the body. And it's very, very simple. And it's something that you can actually learn so that you can apply it to your loved ones. And you can use it with other people who are interested in learning more about oils. So I recommend it. If you'd like to learn more about it, I'd be happy to share information on the next training with you. It's a really cool experience to be able to share that with people. And you can do an AromaTouch massage on someone's hands, which is very, very simple to do. And if you're interested, next time I see either one of you, Jennifer, I'll have to get out to see you. Road trip. It's really, really a nice experience to have. So just love it. There's so many different ways to experience these oils. AromaTouch is wonderful. Have either of you had a chance to use it yet?
No.
I did it first, but I got away from it when I got into college, and I just kind of lost what I was doing because I was so zoned in on getting my papers done.
It might help you get your papers done.
I know. I thought about, well, I I think what it is you have a pattern, and that's what I'm trying to get back, because I just finished our finals, and I'm trying to get back into where I'm taking care of myself again. But it's like when you get towards the end, it's so intense that you forget everything.
Yeah.
You just kind of you come home, you go, I mean, there was papers due, posts due on Wednesdays, papers on Fridays and Sundays, and you just don't have any time to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a 6-week break, so I'm going to get back into taking care of myself.
A good idea is to maybe set yourself up for easy use of oils. So what I do, because I get into my routines too, is I force myself to use something new. I'll leave it on the bathroom counter, or I'll deliberately make a roller bottle out of it so that it's super easy application. In fact, with all the new oils that we got at convention, the first thing I did was I made roller bottles out of them, because I wasn't sure I was going to really know how to use them right away. So I started small. I started with roller bottles and got familiar with the aroma and texture, and then slowly worked into using it in other ways. But that's kind of like the gateway for me, is being able to have them easily accessible, like at arm's reach, wherever it is that you are doing your daily routines, and then have easy to use roller bottles. And that's something you can do before it gets busy. You almost have to be like your own assistant and be ready for when you're getting busy. So if you want more tips on that, I'd love to play with oils with you. I'll help you.
Okay. Yeah, I did get some roller bottles, but I think I have a bunch of recipes. I just have to stop and actually make them.
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch of empty bottles that I bought, and I think I actually bought some little ones. I was really good in the very beginning with filling up the little tiny bottles and bringing them to work with me.
Right.
So when I have my teas in the morning, I could just put the drops in there if I forget or don't have time in the morning to do it when I make my tea. I at least just throw my tea together, and now I get to work. I put my drops in, but I didn't get as far as doing the roller bottles. So they're sitting empty. I got like 6 of them, and they're still empty, and I just have to make the recipes.
Yeah.
It's a good point, and I'm glad you brought that back up.
You will be glad that you did it, because you won't have time when it comes time to really need them later on. So set yourself up
exactly.
for ease of use. That's what I try to do. Like, I put oils right next to where I put my shoes on in the morning, so that I can just quick apply them to my feet while I'm getting ready, because I'm not going to run all over the house and look for the oil I want to use when I'm trying to get out the door for work. So I leave a couple oils by where I put my shoes on, and it's worked for me. It's because, it's easiest if you make it like easy. Because we're lazy sometimes. Sometimes it's just not a priority. So we got to make it easy when it's not a priority. That's my story. All right. Interesting. Hi, Sarah. We've been joined by
Hi.
Sarah. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. We were just talking about AromaTouch. Have you had a chance to use AromaTouch at all?
No.
Okay. We'll have to get you some samples.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or on Massage Blend, on the AromaTouch or Arborvitae? I'm gonna wrap it up, and actually it's 8:27, so I stayed true to my half-hour session, so I'm pretty proud of myself. No questions? All right, cool. Then I just wanted to remind everybody that January 1st, we are starting a cleanse. And there is a series of products that go along with that cleanse. And what it is it's a whole foods detox. And the supplements will help us to detox our systems and replace the bad bacteria in our gut with good, healthy bacteria. And it's really awesome. What a lot of people will find is that maybe they have some sort of sensitivity to certain foods, because we're going to eliminate a lot of stuff, and then there'll be an opportunity for you to add it back in later on. And it's also a really great way just to flush toxins out of your system. We come in contact with so many toxins in our daily lives, the air we breathe, the products we put on our skin, the foods we're consuming. Even if you're eating the cleanest diet out there, there's always going to be some sort of residue on the foods that we're eating, just because of the way the food system is these days. So this is something that I recommend doing maybe twice a year, if not at least once a year. And it's really been awesome. The first time I did it, I felt so amazing. Both Tom and I lost weight and kicked a lot of habits that were not really serving us anymore. So if you're interested in figuring out what products you need for that, feel free to hit me up. If you're already using the Lifelong Vitality supplements, then there's just a couple other things that you'll need to add in. And while we're using the supplements for the 30 days, you're going to be eating a super clean diet. So it's super attainable and it's a lot of fun. We're doing it with a community of other people, so you'll have a lot of support. Again, that starts January 1st. If you are interested in participating, you want to go ahead and get your supplements now. And like I said, feel free to hit me up to figure out what exactly it is that you need to add in so that you can get the benefits of this. Also, I want to remind everybody that on the 22nd, that is the last day to get the wellness products for 15% off. doTERRA has offered us this amazing promotion this week to get a lot of the products that help to boost your immune system and keep you healthy during the winter at 15% off. Included are the Lifelong Vitality supplements, which if you haven't tried them yet, there's a no risk opportunity because it's a full money back guarantee if you don't like them for whatever reason. There's a vegan version of them and then a regular version. And then we also have the Copaiba supplements are 15% off, as well as the On Guard cough drops, the Breathe cough drops, the Stronger roller bottle for children to help boost their immune system. I'm sure I'm forgetting a couple. There's the On Guard Plus supplements. It's just a really great opportunity to stock up your bathroom cabinet with some tools that are going to help you during the season where cold and flu runs rampant. So check that out. You just put them in your cart and they're 15% off. There's no special coupon codes or kit that you need to buy. It's literally just pick out the product, put it in your cart. It's 15% off. So that ends the 22nd. It's a good time to stock up on those things. So, all right, cool. Well, thank you guys for hopping on. I hope that you'll join me again next week for Essential Oils A to Z. I'm thinking we're probably going to do the yoga essential oils next week. That's Align, Arise, and Anchor. I figured I'd just do all three together because they come in a 3-pack. So, and they all conveniently start with A. So I can pop through those with you guys. And I'm probably not going to see you guys until after Christmas. So I wish you a happy Christmas and have a really great time with your family and just enjoy it. I will be signing off. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to see you soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. You have a Merry Christmas.
Thanks, you too, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Night.